Hi, and welcome back to my video series where I am teaching you some of the most common mistakes that my students make with their English grammar, writing, and speaking, and I'm showing you how to fix them. Something I commonly hear is, the cook's made lunch was delicious. So what's the problem and how can we fix it? Well, in English, we learned that every sentence needs two things: subject and verb. So what's missing here? Don't make a sentence without a subject. This is a big mistake, and it's a mistake that advanced English language learners make all the time. It's a mistake that even some native speakers make in their writing, where they're missing a subject or they're missing a verb. And it's such a problem that we give it its own special name. It's called a fragment. A fragment in English means a small piece of something, and this is not a complete sentence. It's just a piece of a sentence. So if you're missing the subject, missing the verb, it's a fragment, a sentence fragment. How do we fix it? Well, we need to add a subject. And do you know what subject we need to add? We already know we're talking about lunch. We need to add, in order to correct this, we need to add a subject like it. We can use the pronoun it. Now, this is a really common mistake that I hear from my Spanish speakers, my Portuguese speakers, my French speakers, and people that speak other languages too. But in those languages, it's not necessary to say it if we already know the topic is lunch. You can have a good sentence without the subject, but in English, the subject is mandatory every time. And it can be confusing because of the way that it sounds when we speak, when native speakers speak, because pronouns are reduced and the verb be is reduced. So we say them really fast. So when I say this sentence, I don't say it was delicious. I pronounce it, it was delicious. It was delicious. It was. They're so small, right? So sometimes difficult to hear that we're saying all those words, but I promise you, native speakers are saying the subject. It was delicious. It's even more confusing with present tense, because listen to how it sounds in present tense. I don't say it is delicious. And I don't normally even say it is delicious, reduced. I make a contraction when I speak. So is becomes just the apostrophe S. So instead of it is, I say it's. I say the S there, but it's fast. It's delicious. I promise you, I'm saying it, subject and verb. It's delicious. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. And that's how I feel about the work that you did today. Fantastic job, everyone. Since you're watching this channel, I know how much you want to sound natural and professional in your daily life. Would you like to be able to use the English that you're learning in this video and in my other sentence foundation lessons in your daily speaking and writing? What if I told you that when you watch lessons on YouTube, you only remember about 20 to 30% of the information that you learn? This is because watching videos on YouTube is something called passive learning. You're hearing about information, you're seeing information, but you're not actually using what you're learning. If you want to be able to remember 90% or more, you need to do something called active learning. You can think about the difference between active learning and passive learning like this. Imagine you want to learn to play soccer, and your soccer coach shows you how to kick the ball, and he gives you a lot of technique. Well, maybe you understand what he's saying and it makes sense to you. If you don't ever practice kicking the ball, you're not going to remember most of the techniques that he told you about. Compare that to if the soccer coach shows you how to kick the ball and then you practice kicking the ball. Practicing kicking the ball is active learning. Also, when you try to kick the ball the first time, you might make some mistakes and you might need to make some corrections. It's the same with learning a language. You need active learning in order to really learn and use English in your daily life. So I've developed something I'm so excited to share with you. I have a complete course on this sentence foundation video series that you're watching on YouTube right now. It covers the lessons on nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, subjects, objects of the sentence, prepositional phrases, prepositions, basic English sentence order, and it also helps you correct mistakes that you're probably making if you don't have a good foundation in these things. These include mistakes that some of my international friends, colleagues, and students make even after living in the United States for many years. But native speakers don't make them, so I want to help you clear them up too. Understanding these topics helps people understand every writing lesson and every grammar lesson they ever receive better. It helps them learn more quickly, and it helps them naturally eliminate a lot of the mistakes that they're making. Also, for a limited time, I'm offering a bonus, something extra if you buy the course. I'm offering you a Zoom video call with me and the other students taking the course. This will give you focused practice with using the language from the course in your English conversation. Correct sentence order, using correct prepositions, putting prepositional phrases in the correct place, making sure that you're not missing the subject or the verb in your sentences, and you will practice understanding and using native level pronunciation with the phrase it's instead of it is or just is. This way, when you go to your next business meeting, you can feel confident that you're able to use the natural professional English from these lessons correctly. You can receive this free Zoom call if you register for the course either by April 11th or before the Zoom video call spots fill up, whichever happens first. So if you're interested in receiving this bonus video call with me, don't wait to buy the course. You can click the link below to find more details and exact dates. So if you're interested in this complete course and being able to use these lessons that you're learning in your daily life, and you want some exercises, some writing practice, some editing practice, and many more videos from me explaining these topics that you can only receive if you buy the course, please click the link below. You can find out more information. I'm so excited to share it with you.